so I had this dream, right? And I woke up and it was like I could remember it really clearly because I could see myself in this club. And it almost reminded me of this club I used to go to in Federal Way, but I can't remember the name of it. But it was right across the street from the SeaTac Mall. This was a long, long time ago, we're talking, folks, because it's been years, many, many years since I've been out. But anyways, so when I remember the dream, it was me standing in the club and looking around and saying to myself, and I think I had this dream, actually, I remember now exactly when it was. It was around right after I had my son. And I was, contemplating, like I was trying to find a good father for him, and I was hoping that, I could be a family one day and stuff, so I thought if I went out and tried to meet someone and stuff, that, it could happen, but this was like, crazy, and I had this bad dream, and it was like God was warning me, don't go to the clubs anymore, it's very dangerous, and you're not going to find what you're looking for, but I just remember standing there and looking around and just saying, I just never want to be here anymore. And why am I here? And just getting this feeling like I just didn't belong. And I just didn't fit in. And that, ever since that day, I just never wanted to go out anymore. Because it was always too many women. It was a bunch of guys trying to hit on me, trying to get sex, trying to get me drunk, or, and then, you could get robbed, and it was just, and then it was too expensive, and then they charge you, like, I remember one time they charged me like $15 just to get in the club, and then the drinks are like $10 or something, like, so I was like, this isn't even worth it. This is a sham. This is a fake, and I never meet anyone, and I finally just realized I was just chalking it all up and being done with the club scene, and I never regretted it. So that's just my little thing on the clubs. And then if you do statistics on clubs, you'll find that they're not a safe environment, that typically around closing time is when the popping bottles goes off. I remember one time, I gotta tell you this quick story, that I didn't even go to a club, okay? I just went to this place called Champions, and it's right off South Tacoma Way in Tacoma, somewhere like off 86 or somewhere, and it's right over there, back where they used to have that old movie theater, where all the Asians own all these restaurants. Well, it's in this restaurant, and their food's okay, I ate there a couple times, and, I had some friends I knew who used to hang out there, and they'd go play pool, and it's just, a place to play pool. It's not even a real club. So, my friend invited me there. This was a long time ago. And I just went there to have a drink, okay? And I get there, and it was the spookiest, craziest thing that happened, because like before I even went in, I seen this girl who was walking outside that looked like my identical twin. And I was freaking out because I never seen no one that looked like me like that. And then she left. Like I seen her leaving. And I went into the club, or whatever they call it. It's like a bar. And I was sitting at the bar and I was having a drink. And there was this mirror right behind the bar. And I was, looking up, and she came and stood right next to me. I guess she went to her car, or maybe she really never left. And I looked up in the mirror, and I looked at, I could see us, She was standing next to me, I was sitting there, and I had to do like a double take, and I was like, oh my God, what the heck is this? And I got this really creepy feeling that something was really wrong, And I was like, wow, what do you think? I was just gonna watch my my video I made yesterday. I only got 8 views on it.
Okay, this is information you need reporting. All one word.
I don't know if people really liked you to give them tips and stuff on cheap stuff, or maybe if it is helpful, but I'll see, because these videos tend to not get a lot of views. But anyways, back to what I was saying. So I got this creepy feeling that I should leave, and that's one thing I want to tell you. Like, if you ever go somewhere and you see someone that looks like your twin, I would advise you to leave that place, because danger is gonna come, okay? Because I left, and I guess as soon as I left, about within 5 minutes, they started popping bottles over, their head, and I guess apparently she got one over her head, and somebody was hospitalized and there was blood, and let me tell you, it was rough. And I was thanking God I got out of there, because that could have been me. And I was wondering if when they popped those bottles over her head, were they thinking she was me? Yes. And now think about that, okay, for a twister. Okay, you go out to the club and someone shows up, looks like you, and then they get there. Then you leave and scared to death and they get beat up. So, I mean, this is crazy. I just think that was like God helping me and stuff. Because he knew that the hate was built up so much against me, because anytime you try to progress in life and do God's work, you always got like so many demons and enemies after you, and elites trying to block you, because they know that your stuff is powerful and that it brings people to Jesus, so they block these people all day long. Okay. Oh, what is that weird thing in my... You see that? Like this vibration. I don't know what that's coming from, because I'm not playing nothing. But this is the kind of stuff I be seeing in my camera sometimes. It's just unexplainable, and I don't know if it's not going off my voice, because when I stop talking, I don't know if you'll be able to see it when I download this, but it's kind of weird. But information you need reporting, all one word, on the clubs, the dangers, and like I said, do the statistics, you will see that these places are dangerous. There's dead bodies, there's people getting murdered, and it's just basically a breeding ground for criminals to jack women. And all the women are really trying to do is just go out and try to find a husband and someone to love them, and they just get worked over. Okay, they know. They're like, oh yeah, go to the club, you can get you a real dumb trick, get you some free stuff, maybe even some money. Yeah, these dudes are ruthless. I'm telling you, information you need, all one word.